The rematch of last year's NBA Finals. Of course, the Warriors had a tough road getting there, 7-game series. The Cavs, meanwhile, ran through the East with ease. But different story here with the Cavs being at full strength. So, Stephen A., who should be more confident going into this game now or the series?
Me personally, I think it should be the Cleveland Cavaliers. I feel that way because of a couple of reasons. Number one, they're fully loaded this year. They were not last year. Number two, they remember what LeBron did last year without them. Now they have him back, and he's looked at times better this year than he even did last year. And number three, Golden State looks formidable. They look more vulnerable than they did last year. Their defense is not what it used to be. And speaking to Rick Barry the other day, Skip's friend, a Hall of Famer, somebody that I recognize as one of the great basketball minds out there, who watches Golden State religiously, literally talks all the time about how they don't look the same and how they need to play better. There's no doubt that Golden State should be the favorite. It's because you believe that they won't continue to play the way that they struggled in the last series and at times in the previous series in the postseason. You know that if they bring their A game, they could beat anybody, and they should beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. But if you're Cleveland, seeing the vulnerability that they've displayed, particularly on the defensive end of the floor, combined with the fact that even though Steph Curry has poured it on at times, consistently from quarter to quarter, game to game, he hasn't been the Steph Curry we saw during the regular season. When you combine all of those things with what you're seeing from Cleveland, the multitude of three-point shooters, the flexibility in their lineup, being able to go big with the Tristan Thompsons of the world, being able to go small and having Kevin Love and Channing Frye out on the court with a LeBron James, which, by the way, isn't that small, having an offensive firepower of a lineup with J.R. Smith and Kyrie Irving to go along with Frye, Love, and LeBron, the flexibility that you're able to put out there offensively as well as defensively. I definitely think that Cleveland has every reason to be confident, even more so than they obviously did during the season, and particularly last year without having Love and Kyrie.
We don't confer before these shows, and I want you to know that I wrote this down right after our morning meeting when I was just going over some thoughts in my head. I am completely with you. I'm surprised by your answer. I thought you would say Warriors. Not that I wanted to argue with you, but right away, I thought the Cavs should be more confident for every reason you just made, and then some. The Cavs are healthy. They are rested. They had a very easy path to the finals. And meanwhile, we all know, I don't know exactly to what degree, but Steph's got an issue with his knee. And Golden State has an issue with its battered psyche. That was hard what they just did. They were down 3-1, and they had to win 3 straight games against that bunch, the Oklahoma City Thunder, who often look like the dominant team in that series. That takes a lot out of you physically and emotionally as you run up now to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I think it's going to be hard for Golden State to get back up to that highest level that they played Game 7 at for the Game 1. In fact, I think Game 1 is very stealable for LeBron and company. And I'm with you. LeBron, I've never seen him play better all-around overall basketball than he's been playing of late. And that team clicked. It gelled. It came together right on schedule. And as Tyronn Lue was saying yesterday, not until the last 3 weeks of the regular season did Kyrie's knee get to 100% healthy. Kyrie talked about it yesterday. He can now get out of bed and put both feet on the floor with 1,000% confidence in that surgically repaired knee that some mornings earlier in the season was pretty stiff when he got up. It's not stiff anymore. They're right. They're ready. And because of that, because they looked overmatched at times against the Oklahoma City Thunder, I'm not sure their confidence is at the highest level right now, except for that little number 30s confidence. That's the guy. But it took Klay Thompson making a record number of threes to save their season, and then it took Steph, vintage greatness, almost Jordan-esque, if I may, greatness, to save their season. Well, I don't know if that bodes well for great confidence going forward.
I don't know either, to be quite honest with you, but I definitely think that Cleveland has more of a reason to be confident right now. Where that gets them remains to be seen. But I definitely think that they have reason to be more confident now.
All right, we'll find out tomorrow. We step aside from the NBA Finals for a moment. So Rex Ryan inherited a tremendous Bills defense, and they took a step back with Rex at the helm. How much pressure is on the Bills this season? That is the discussion when we